Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I hope that you are doing very well. It's Saturday, April the 19th, here in the Philippines, around 6:30 p.m., and I'm here for a little bit less than 2 more weeks only. So I've decided to enjoy the last 2 weeks here in the Philippines after being here for almost 3 months now, rather than just dive into work even more. And I'm gonna just hang out with friends and enjoy some restaurants and go sightsee finally because I haven't done any of that yet. But what I will do is I'll make sure to give you guys a daily update every single day for about a 10-minute update just to make sure we're all on the same page or less than that. So welcome everybody. My name is Philakone and I've been in the crypto space now for about 10 years, and that's a pretty long time. I've seen three major bear market. Actually, this is not a third bear market yet. I would say two bear markets then, and also three major bull markets. And I really hope that this phase ends up continuing because Bitcoin did break out to some highs already. And because of that, we're really looking for a huge continuation where the market could potentially kick off and we're going to see some better prices and better day trading days as well. So currently, I don't hold anything in my portfolio or for long term for the fact that the fundamental news has been extremely unreliable, as we've seen already, despite having things like a crypto reserve or BlackRock and Vanguard accumulating huge amounts of Bitcoin and Ethereum. We haven't really seen any of these movements affect the charts bullishly. In fact, quite the opposite. Every time we've seen some bullish positive fundamental news, we end up just seeing a small rally and then it follows by a major dump. So because of that, I don't have the confidence to hold anything. I'm more so focusing on all of the day trading opportunities that come right now instead. I believe that the day trading landscape, it has changed. It's changed drastically, and a lot of the strategies that were working in the past, they are not nearly as effective anymore due to multiple reasons, such as negative funding fee, where the exchanges are imposing quite often now. It's very rare to see a coin that's moving heavily to the upside without having a negative funding fee, which is really affecting the price movement and how the charts can look and move as well. Another thing that's been affecting the market a lot with radical movements that I haven't seen too often is the market makers. Market makers, due to the very low volume, they have a tremendous impact on how they provide liquidity to the market and how they can drive up and also control lower volume markets as well. So let's jump right into Bitcoin and talk about how this has been trending thus far. What we see is we see a massive 81-day lower high resistance from all the way, when was the first date? On January the 20th there. You see this lower high resistance that's been forming the entire time. We tried to break out one time over here, but we actually end up bull trapping instead. And then finally we break out over here, but we've been congested excuse me, in this period for a very long time now. So for about, I believe, 6 days now. Today will be the 7th day, so 1 week where we're very congested and we're unable to break these $85,000, $86,000 range. But once that does break, where it's going to be very clear that 88,500 will be the next target. Now, what many people are scared of is most likely a possible retest to the downside. And if we retested that lower high trend line, we can see even ranges of like under $80,000 again. But if we don't, then we're very likely to hit that $88,500 range. And once that's hit, there's a high potential of actually just smashing through it, which is going to send the altcoins flying. So that's how Bitcoin is currently trending right now. The 2-day MACD is looking phenomenal, where we finally got a crossover to the upside. Also, the RSI was starting to bullishly diverge to the upside as well. And I will keep this under 10 minutes, so make sure you stay till the end. And we also ended up getting a double bottom on the 4-day chart. And then you see that on the 4-day chart, there's a high likelihood of potentially crossing over to the upside in the next 3 days or so. I really hope that this momentum continues. Taking a look at the total one market cap, we see that it's still below the March 14th high. March 14th last year was incredibly important because it ended up making a new all-time high around $74,000 before we started correcting to the downside for almost 9 months. And unfortunately, we broke below it over here, as you can see, and now we're having a lot of trouble getting back up there. So total 1 is looking reasonable. Total 2 is also looking reasonable as well right now, where it seems like the lower high pattern just broke. So the total 2 market cap is the market cap of all of crypto except for Bitcoin. So because of that, it's significant when it does pop its head up, and you can see it just kind of poking its way up right now. And this is actually, you can see that it's well below the March 14th high. Okay, March 14th was over here of 2024 over here. We fell way below it. In fact, there's still a potential of reaching this higher low pattern down over here, which I hope it doesn't get there anytime soon and we end up getting a rally instead. That would be beautiful. And another thing we can see on the total 3 market cap is that we're well below the March 14th low as well over here. Okay, so eventually we got to this higher low pattern that looks very familiar to a lot of people, I'm sure of it. So it's been trending for a while in this higher low pattern, higher low, higher low. We hit the higher low one more time and we finally break to the upside, and it looks like it's in a very similar position to the total 2 market cap, where it looks like it's just showing its head and just poking slightly to the upside. So what we're waiting for is basically a clear break on the total 3 market cap, and the total 2 market cap, of course, has to rally above the current March 14th high at 2.74 trillion. Once this happens, when the market breaks, I think around $88,000 Bitcoin, 88,500 is when this is going to rally. And if that rallies, then everything else is going to rally in the market. And if the market rallies, we're going to have some amazing and fantastic days to day trade. But right now, not the best opportunities. Despite seeing some coins moving, such as Voxel today, moving 43%, they are literally impossible to trade, as you can see here, due to the high negative funding fee of -2% right here. That is very discouraging to trade because of the dangers. I think most professional traders would definitely agree with you that when you see a high negative funding fee coin, it's just better to avoid it in general due to the randomness and how things can occur. So these coins are showing up daily, these negative funding fee coins that just make it impossible to trade the market. So the strategies need to be redeveloped. I'm actually going to be spending the next few days developing specific rules and guidelines for myself that will adapt to the new market that we're forced to trade in now. I might even come up with a brand new small mini course that I think it'll highly benefit people. I haven't really thought of it yet, but I think that I might do something like that because people are asking about these new strategies of mine. So stay tuned. If I do create a new course, it's going to be something incredibly affordable. Like we're talking like it's going to allow you to get into the Discord group as well. And it's I think I haven't thought of a pay structure or anything like that yet, or the cost of it, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be like under $250. And it's going to, for example, I was just thinking that there are different tiers in my group already, right? So for example, if you're a platinum tier, if you purchased it for $250, you would get time added to the platinum tier. If you're an elite tier, you would basically get access to the platinum tier group as well for a limited period of time, like say 2 weeks, for example. And then if you're just a normal member, then you're going to get access to the elite tier for a certain amount of time by purchasing the course. I wanted to make it very affordable to everybody, and it's going to teach, like if I created one, I haven't decided yet, but it would most likely talk about the different rules that I'm now employing and now strictly following. That's going to keep me highly profitable, but more importantly, very safe. That seems like the story of every trader lately. They have to adapt to these changing conditions in the market to stay ahead of the game and to be profitable. So I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes. We're going to make sure that Bitcoin breaks out, hopefully. That's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Bitcoin hitting $88,500. I wanted to keep this in a very short 10-minute format for you every single day just to stay caught up with how the market is trending. Other than that, have yourselves a great day. And if you enjoy this content, make sure you're hitting the like and the subscribe button if you haven't already. Have a great day. Bye now.